The Harlem Globetrotters play their first game in 1927, 48 miles west of Chicago in Hinckley, Illinois, drawing a small crowd for a $75 payout. Modest debut marks the birth of a team that transforms basketball into a global spectacle. Founded as the Savoy Big Five by Abe Saperstein, a 5'3" Jewish promoter from Chicago's North Side, the team emerges from the South Side's Wendell Phillips High School, where all original players hone their skills. Saperstein, a former athlete turned coach at Wells Park, sees potential in these black athletes at a time when professional basketball bars them due to segregation. He names the team the Harlem Globetrotters in 1930, tapping into the cultural prestige of Harlem's Renaissance to signal their black identity to Midwest audiences, ensuring towns know they're watching an all-black squad. It all starts with Abe Saperstein, a 5'3" fireball of a guy, born and raised in Chicago. He's a former ball player turned coach, hustling at Wells Park when he spots something special in the kids at Wendell Phillips High School. These black players are phenomenal, but segregation's got them locked out of pro leagues. So Abe forms the Savoy Big Five, and by 1930, he's calling them the Harlem Globetrotters, tying their name to the electric energy of Harlem's cultural scene. It's a way to tell small-town crowds in places like Iowa, hey, this is an all-black team, and they're about to blow your mind. First season, they go wild, winning 101 out of 117 games. These guys are straight-up dominant, but Abe's got a bigger plan. Winning's great, but he wants crowds hooked for life. By the late 30s, a guy named Inman Jackson, the first clown prince, starts tossing in tricks, spinning the ball on his finger, sinking shots from crazy angles, cracking jokes mid-play. Why? Because crushing local teams by 50 points gets boring for fans. This mix of skills and silliness turns their games into a can't-miss event, something basketball's never seen before. Come 1940, the Globetrotters show they're more than a traveling circus. They face the New York Wrens, another all-black squad, in Chicago's World Professional Basketball Tournament, and they win big. It's a shout to the world. Black players can outplay anybody, even when the system's rigged against them. Meanwhile, Abe's out there working non-stop, booking over 1,000 games by 1936 in towns across Wisconsin, the Dakotas, you name it. Life on the road's tough. Hotels and diners slam doors in their faces because of segregation. So the team piles into cars, eating and sleeping on the go, with Abe right there with them. That struggle builds a bond, making them a family that plays with heart. Then, in 1948, they pull off something unreal. They take on the Minneapolis Lakers, led by George Mikan, a 6'10" beast averaging 23.8 points a game. The Globetrotters win 61-59 in a game that's pure electricity. They do it again in 1949, and it's a game changer. The basketball world can't look away anymore. By 1950, Globetrotter Nat Sweetwater Clifton, named for a soda obsession, signs with the New York Knicks for $12,500, which is like $163,000 today. He's the first black player with an NBA contract. That same year, Chuck Cooper, another Globetrotter, gets drafted by the Boston Celtics. They're busting down the NBA's color barrier, all because the Globetrotters proved black talent can't be ignored. By the 50s, the team's leaning hard into the show. With the NBA scooping up black players, the Globetrotters pivot to what makes them special. Reese Goose Tatum, who joined in '41, steals the spotlight with his long arms and goofy gags, like pretending to toss the ball into the crowd. Then there's Marquise Haynes, who dribbles so fast, 348 times a minute, no joke, that fans can't blink. It's a smart move. They're packing arenas by being a one-of-a-kind experience. In 1959, they go global, hitting Moscow for 9 games, drawing 14,000 fans a night. Wilt Chamberlain, a 7'1" superstar who signed for $50,000 after Kansas, is the main attraction. The Soviets eat it up, even giving the team a fancy medal called the Athletic Order of Lenin. The U.S. State Department dubs them ambassadors of goodwill because their high-energy, fun vibe cuts through Cold War tension like a hot knife. A Soviet paper gripes, this ain't basketball, it's all tricks, but they still tip their hats to the skill. These guys don't just play, they reshape the game. They make the slam dunk, fast break, and figure-8 weave cool, moves that become basketball staples. Marquise Haynes' dribbling inspires Magic Johnson, who later averages 19.5 and 7.2 assists in the NBA, saying the Globetrotters showed him how to dazzle. By the 70s, they're everywhere. Saturday morning cartoons, ABC specials, even playing for 75,000 fans in Berlin's Olympic Stadium in 1971, a record. Meadowlark Lemon, the clown prince from 54 to 79, spins 4 balls at once and becomes a star in living rooms across America. But it's not all smooth sailing. Tommy Brookins, an original player who could sing like nobody's business, later says he started the first Globetrotters in 1928 and hired Abe to book gigs. He claims Abe got sneaky, booking multiple teams under the same name, a trick that's standard by the 50s, with 3 squads touring at once. Brookins doesn't dwell, though. He heads back to Chicago, singing at the Regal Theater for $75 a week. Solid money then. Some folks, like Bill Russell, who averages 15.1 and 22.5 rebounds, aren't fans. He skips Globetrotter offers, not wanting to play the clown. Others see the comedy as leaning into old stereotypes, but players like Lemon say it's about giving fans joy and carving out a living in a tough world. Things get rough after Abe passes in 1966. The team sold for $3.7 million, and by the 80s, stars like Lemon and Curly Neal, who played 22 seasons, are gone, and crowds thin out. Then Manny Jackson, a former Globetrotter, swoops in, buying the team in 1993 and bringing it back to life. By 2025, they're playing 400 games a year in 25 countries, entertaining 148 million fans total. Lynette Woodward, who joins in '85 as the first woman on a men's pro team, paves the way for players like Sunshine, who tells Aspire TV in 2024 she rocks pink laces to inspire young girls to be themselves. Now, the Globetrotters are a global powerhouse, teaming up with brands like Jersey Mike's and Lids, even dropping NFTs with Snoop Dogg. Their 2026 Centennial seasons got fresh uniforms by Jeff Hamilton, blending old school cool with new energy. Players like Thunder Law and Big Easy Lofton keep the magic going at places like the Barclays Center. The team's Legends ring honors icons like Wilt Chamberlain, whose number 13 is retired, and Curly Neal, a dribbling genius for 22 seasons. From a $75 game to arenas in 124 countries, the Globetrotters rewrite what basketball can be. They push the three-point shot, break down racial and gender walls, and show the world sports can spark joy. Born on Chicago's South Side, their stories about grit, heart, and having a blast while beating the odds. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a ton here. I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.